For those bad habits.
And we're live.
Eating too much.
We're live.
Oh, we're live.
Wait,
okay.
so how are you gaining weight?
I think I've just been eating too much food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I know I have been. And yeah. Doesn't feel good.
You've been overeating?
Overeating for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Part of it's because I smoke weed. So
Okay.
I'm getting the munchies. And I haven't been on my intermittent fasting, which helps me kind of be focused on not taking in a ton of calories,
Well, yeah, if you're eliminating one meal, you're gonna have more calories to eat.
Yeah.
Throughout the day.
Yep.
Try this.
Okay.
Try this coming week. Eat only in a 4-hour window.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
for
that's
sure.
good.
Yeah.
Then it's almost impossible to overeat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm going to do that. Well, I'm going to actually fast this week. Like fast.
Well,
whole
how
week?
long?
No. I'm just going to do a quick fast just to kind
just
of
a 24 hour?
Yeah.
I'll do a 24-hour fast every now and then for sure. I did one this last week.
Yeah. I'm going to do a prolonged fast soon, but I'm going to wait till been a little on keto a little bit longer before I do like a prolonged, like a 72 hour. That's more for like autophagy reasons, for like the cancer fighting stuff. You get like also your ketones like go into hyperdrive basically, but I want to do it before my next doctor's appointment, which is in July.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice,
So I want to basically go in there and have my doctor go like, whoa. We'll see.
Boom.
We'll see how it goes.
So what's new, bros?
Dude, so many things.
What's grinding your gears?
What's not grinding the gears? Anytime I hop in the car, that's for damn sure.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Anytime someone says, send it.
Ooh.
Is that a thing?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that fuck that means.
Is that a thing people are saying now? Dude, I'm disconnected.
So am I.
That's the
Maybe
thing.
that's why I don't get it.
Yep.
That's a thing that people say.
Yeah, send
it, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what that means though. Like,
I'm a little bit behind because
can we find out what that means? Like,
send it?
send
I'm
it.
still on no cap, and I know that's been around for
What
a
the
couple
fuck
months
is no
now.
cap?
No cap is like no bullshit.
Oh,
You like
Never heard that.
yeah, I've
you'd be
never
like,
heard that.
Yo,
Why can't we just say no
Davey's
bullshit?
Davey's part is flawless. No cap. That means like no bullshit.
Oh,
Here
why
we
can't we
go.
just say? Well, I appreciate that, but
Yeah, for sure.
but why can't we just say no bullshit? Why do we have to say no cap? It's almost the same.
Think about it in these terms. When we were young, and I'm like probably the most guilty in this room of this, like we had our own slang, right? That our parents thought was stupid as shit.
Yep.
And I love slang. I love using it. I like knowing what the slang is, and I like saying it. I don't like, a lot of people my age have kids, and so they like to use it ironically at their kids to like seem like
Cool.
a funny dad or
Yeah,
whatever.
like hip.
But I actually like to use it with adults who I don't think will know what I'm talking about, because I just think it's funny to like see their faces. My friend Jeff Stone, he's never been on to slang. Like we were in our early 20s, and I had to explain to him what it's actually pretty funny. I was telling him a story about this girl I was on a date with, and the girl told me that her brother had told her she couldn't kiss me. And I was like, oh, your brother's throwing salt in my game. And she was like, I don't know what that means. And so I was telling my friend Jeff that story, and like I started laughing, and then he's like, I don't know what that means. Yeah, like this dude never knows. So I'll say some shit and he'll just give me this look like, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got to explain what no cap means.
I looked up send it on Urban Dictionary.
Is it like I agree or like
It means
cool?
just do it. To say yes to something. Don't think about it. Have confidence and just send it.
Okay.
Have confidence.
I like that.
So it's like the Shia LaBeouf, just do it. I'll take
Dude,
that.
that's one of my favorite things that's ever been on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like
It's
Shia
ridiculous, but then you start watching and you're like, he's right.
Yeah. Also, Shia LaBeouf's one of my favorite things that's ever been on the internet.
Same here, actually. I actually really like him.
Yeah, he's great.
He does interesting movies, and it's interesting characters.
The last movie of his I saw was the first half of Nymphomaniac.
I
was like, I I couldn't finish it. It was too gnarly for me.
I have not seen any of those. I hear that they've actually fucked while filming.
He didn't.
But somebody
he
else
used body doubles and then
and then
put his face on it. But it's like it's like very graphic.
Oh.
And there's something about like I don't mind like I'll watch porn, like I don't care. But
I think
for some reason when it's in a movie, I don't like that. I don't like it. My ability to engage with the art diminishes when that's like a focus in the movie.
I agree. Like anytime that there's a sex scene going on for way too long, it's like I get a little confused. It's like, am I supposed to have a boner right now? Because I don't. I really don't. What's going on here? You know, like, and then if you're watching it with your wife, like, you could tell she's a little uncomfortable. If like, dude, like Game of Thrones in that first season, there's that one part
Especially
where
when you're like, oh, they're siblings.
Well, there's that one scene where it's Littlefinger, I think is his name, and then there's two prostitutes, and he's just talking to them.
He's teaching them how to like.
Yes, and they're like, it was 7 minutes.
HBO doesn't play
nudity, and then she's like eating her out, just like going in there, dude. And like, I was eating, and my wife was eating. We were both like,
you guys were.
Like we were eating, not
food.
eating. No, food.
Food.
Yeah, food. Oh, yeah, food.
Donnie, dude.
Not that. Come on, never. But yeah, no, we were just eating food.
You should bleep that part. Bleep it.
And we were just like my wife literally dropped her food and I said, "I'm fucking eating. Can we skip this, please?" And I'm like, "You're gonna be that person," but I kind of agree with you because I'm eating, and then I feel like I need to have a boner too, and I'm like, eating boner. My wife, I'm confused here. I don't know what to do. So it was not a good time. So we actually ended up fast forwarding it a little bit, and I felt like a little bitch actually for doing that. But my wife told me to. What can I say, guys?
I mean, you didn't go out and get a CleanFlix subscription or whatever. VidAngel or whatever the hell.
VidAngel.
Oh my God, is that still a thing?
Just fast forward it.
Just fast forward it.
Just fast forward it.
I mean,
one of my best friends in the world is a big fan of VidAngel, dude.
Hey, fast forward. I could probably guess. 3 guesses.
I doubt he would listen to this podcast, but if he did, he knows who he is. And I love him deeply.
Hey, whoever you are, just fast forward the show.
Just don't watch it.
Yeah.
Watch something else.
When you see boobs, just fast forward.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Save yourself some money.
Yeah.
Or be a man and accept that like you're going to sometimes see boobs that aren't your wives, and you can do that without like committing adultery.
Yeah.
Hey.
We can talk about that.
Dude, I think you should be able to watch nudity.
Yeah.
And if people who think that they can't watch nudity don't trust themselves to not go into like a masturbation storm.
I often think it's actually that their wives don't trust them to not go into a masturbation storm. I don't mean that specifically about the person we're talking about. I have no idea what the dynamic is.
No idea.
I just think that in many cases that is what it is. It's like, or it's even an assumed thing where the husband's like, I don't want my wife to think that I want to have a masturbation storm. And it's like this whole thing where they're just not communicating. And if they actually sat and talked about it, they'd both probably be like, yeah, we could watch Game of Thrones as adults and not have impure thoughts about other people.
You can watch it and not get sexually triggered. It's very easy.
And also, I mean, who cares if you do get a little bit sexually triggered? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You're a human being. Like, sex is a part of your existence.
Yeah.
You know?
I think anybody who has a porn addiction, it's interesting to hear like their side. Like, because I can't really relate, to be honest. Like, to me, there's always just a time and place, right? It's like,
for sure.
But like, there's some dudes that are like, holy crap! Like, I knew some dude that he couldn't even go to the gym. He couldn't go to the gym because the girls there turned him on, and he would have to go relieve himself. And he was the type of Mormon that would actually tell his wife these things too. So, you're not doing yourself a favor, bro, by telling your wife this. Like, that's not a good idea.
Oh, dude.
So he would every time he would tell his wife, and it was like, keep that shit private. And then, like, first of all, bro, you can't go to the gym because there's some girl in fucking leggings. Like
okay.
he literally went to the gym with me, and then the next day made up like a total lie. And then I was
had to lie to his wife.
No, he lied to me.
Oh, lied to you.
He lied to me, and I fucking call him out on it. And he's like, "Okay, here's the real reason I can't go because there's this girl who was new, like she had her like butt up in the air, and like it was doing." I was like, "Wah! Stop! What? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Like that's ridiculous. Like stop what you're saying right now because you sound ridiculous,
dude." I wish I could say that this surprises me, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I do. I shoot photos with models a lot.
Yeah.
And I get to hear stories of other photographers quite often.
Oh.
And man, there's some doozies out there. In fact, just the other day I was watching an Instagram story. This photographer did like, you can do those like Q&As on Instagram stories now. She basically was like photographer confessions, and like any photographers that interact with her on there could put in like their confession. And it was mostly like stuff like, if a client is a real asshole, I add on fees into their contract, so if they still want to work with me, they have to pay these fees. It was stuff like that. And I was like, this is great. I'm really enjoying it. And then all of a sudden there was one that was, and she had said like, I'll keep these anonymous. And this one, she was like, nah, keeping this shit anonymous. And this photographer was like, sometimes I get turned on editing photos of my models.
Ay.
I'm just like, bro,
Bro. That's weird.
It's super creepy and weird. Like you have to like work a balance between being a professional, understanding that like, yes, you're shooting material that is like maybe somewhat sexual in nature, but not even usually. It's usually just like,
work.
Yeah, exactly.
Art.
If like, yeah, your art, your.
And unfortunately, we live in a time where cameras are cheap and they work in such a way that you don't have to be that good in order to get really nice looking photos.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I try and stand out not just with the type of photos I create, but also with like my reputation with the models I work with. When I reach out to someone new to work with, I always say like, literally ask anyone that I work with about me. Like anyone you see on my Instagram, anyone you see, anyone I may have worked with that I didn't even tag on here, like ask about me. I don't care. Like I'm sure they'll say
that's dope.
Good things about me. Yeah.
So how did you guys both get into photography? Because Ryan, you do photography as well.
When I bought a camera and I just started messing with it. That's really it. I bought a camera because I had a kid and I was like, hey, I'm going to document his life and try and do it in a high quality way. And
makes sense.
Well, also I got into web design. So part of that is, like photography, like having, good assets for websites. Yep. A lot of people don't have that stuff. And so that kind of
adds value to your business. Faux show.
Yeah. It piqued my interest and it became a quick addiction, but it's not something I'm super great at. What about you?
I think you have potential to be very, very good. For me, it was, I couldn't find a job. It was during the 2008, like
recession.
Yeah. It was in 2009. And, I was following these like wedding photographers. And I was like, I can do this. Like I already knew I had a good eye. Because I had done like some point and shoot photo shoots with friends. And, when I was like 18, I did a photo shoot for like Isolate, my clothing company that I had with my buddies. And so I knew I could do it, but I didn't have any money and I didn't have any equipment. And so basically Mary Ellen Horsepool convinced, she like kind of put the idea in my head that I should come up with a business plan and pitch her husband on loaning me the money, which I did. And he went in as my partner, and then I didn't make any money. And I still don't really make money off of photography, but
it's tough. It's really saturated.
Yeah.
And
it's
especially here in
particularly
Utah,
because what I'm passionate about doesn't really, I haven't cracked the code on how to monetize the kind of stuff I like to shoot, which is generally like people, in sort of just like I like to go into nature and shoot, you know what I mean? Or like into the city. I just like to work with whatever elements are around me and kind of just like work off the cuff. And I have no idea how to make money doing that.
It's tough.
It is tough.
So I don't worry about making money doing it.
There you go.
Yeah. I have other ways to make money for now. So
it's really saturated, especially in Utah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. Portrait photography is really saturated.
Yeah, everybody and their mom are
and
trying to get pictures done for them. Like anytime they have like a child or like just want a family photo, you know, it's just like, and there's a lot of families here in Utah.
Yeah. But everyone has like their friend that'll do it for free, you know, that's just getting started, and they bought their little Canon Rebel.
Even the people who are willing to pay don't realize they have a number in their mind, and it's never like what it should be. It's always like $50, $100. And that's great for people starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, like if you really break it down, the amount of time it takes to shoot and edit.
Yeah.
Like even when you're starting out, you're looking at what, $1 an hour if you charge $100.
Yep.
You know, it takes a long time to edit when you're starting out because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Yeah. Like, nah, man. I would charge like $500 when I was starting out, and I would still be stretched thin, dude. Really? I'd be stretched thin, and people would be mad. I remember I shot this engagement, and they hated the photos, dude. It was this. I won't drop her name, but
probably not a good idea.
I was about to, yeah. But I was like, I better not. But I was such a dick, dude. Because basically, they wanted me to drop my price for the actual wedding, and I was like, nah, no way.
Dude, weddings, man.
Yeah, and
so stressful.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Well, they're basically like, the photos weren't even that good, and blah blah blah. And I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, she's right, man. But I was also like on my like, fuck you kind of shit. So I just made like a passive aggressive like Facebook or MySpace post. I don't remember which it was, but
oh my god,
yeah, that's how long ago it was. But I said like, I made you look twice as good as you look in real life.
Oh no!
And now
Donnie!
Yeah,
whoa!
It was really fucked up. Not professional at all. But you know, you live and learn. That was a decade or more ago. You know what I mean?
Excused.
Thank you.
If it was that long ago,
yeah.
I see some stuff on Facebook from Facebook memories from 2009, and I'm like,
you're like, oh,
dude, I said that, and I delete it.
I don't. You told me that before. You delete yours. I laugh my ass off, dude. I say the craziest shit when I was young. When I was fucking 21, holy shit, I said some gnarly stuff.
How about you, Donnie? You post a lot on Facebook.
You probably have memories every day.
I don't look at them anymore that much.
No?
Oh, really?
I don't get on Facebook that much anymore.
Bullshit.
True story. I check it maybe once, twice a day now.
But you post like 7 times a day.
No. No. What'll happen is like once or twice a week, I'll go on like a posting spree. That's true. But like most days, I don't even think about Facebook. I'm more on Instagram if I'm on anything.
There you go.
But I'm not even on that much. Mostly if I'm on there, it's to like message and try and set up photo shoots or like.
I wish you would quit.
Share memes.
I wish you would quit everything else and only be on Instagram.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that. I've thought about doing that because the format of Instagram keeps me from engaging in unhealthy ways.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I have a tendency. You know what it is, man? It's that, and I'm listening to Atomic Habits. I started listening to it.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to think of okay, what does this type of person do? You know what I mean? That's a totally new mindset for me. Never thought in those terms, but I've one of the things that I want to do is figure out, okay, how does a person what does a person do who wants to feel the like depth of their emotions but not be governed by them? Because I've been trying for the last like year to just shut down my emotions because I'm such an emotional person that I feel like it's caused a lot of difficulty in my life because I let it control me too much. You know, it causes depression, causes anxiety, causes me to make poor choices that then lead me to say like quit a job before I have a backup plan, or you know what I mean? Things that you just should not do if you want to have a successful life. So anyway, I'm trying to basically figure, because I like feeling those emotions. It helps me connect with people, helps me understand them more, which is a good thing. So I'm trying to learn how to strike a balance. So I'm trying to think in those terms though, of like, what does a person do who is that way?
Yeah. I like Instagram though.
Yeah. Instagram is good because
you can't really, it is a little more healthy in a sense, at least compared to Facebook. But Facebook did announce that they were changing their whole, they're going to be changing everything.
The way they,
It's going to be more geared towards, not one-to-one, but more like close friend conversations.
Interesting.
And not so open. And
That's cool.
It's interesting when Facebook makes an announcement like that, it's data driven, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so what does that tell us?
They know their audience is not happy with the platform.
Yeah.
People are not engaging publicly as much as they used to be.
Yeah. Yep. I'm a great example of that, actually. I am, because if you notice, like,
I don't know if I agree.
No, dude, for real. Okay. Think back like a year ago. Okay. A year ago, a day would not go by that I wasn't bitching about Trump and having a mad ass fight with every conservative I know. Actually, only like a handful if you really think about it. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
My fucking Facebook was a war zone every day.
War zone.
My shit is mellow as fuck now.
Not exaggerating when he says war zone.
No, not an exaggeration. It was driving me nuts. It was making me miserable, to be honest. There's a part of me that was like, watching a gladiator fight of idiots, basically. Like,
did that consume like your whole day? Like when people pissed you off?
No. Oh, if someone pissed me off, yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what's changed in that year?
Oh, everything's changed, dude. You mean like
so why you're not?
Why am I not?
Yeah.
Oh, because I've gotten busy like actually giving a shit about what I'm doing in my life and trying to like improve myself.
Boom.
I remember, here's what it was, dude. I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast.
There you go.
Which is actually the synthesis of many things that have changed in my life, is watching that podcast and then having like an aha moment. Mm-hmm. But this was a big one. They were talking about that lady that called the cops on those kids who were like, the kid was like selling lemonade or something, or selling water. And this like lady called the cops and was being a real bitch about it, And so Joe Rogan was talking about how she was fat. And he was like, you can't feel good when you are that fat. Like, of course they're grumpy and pissed off.
Yeah,
like,
sounds about right.
They can't, and I was like, shit.
Yeah.
That's me on Facebook every goddamn day. I'm miserable in my life. So I'm letting all these things I can't do anything about bother the fuck out of me at all times. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm screaming into this digital void because it's the only place where anyone actually gives a shit about these things, because they don't have to do anything about it in that space. They can just bitch about it.
But nobody even cares in that space.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, they care about it, but they only care about it enough to talk,
to bitch about it.
Talk about it. Yeah. They don't care. Like, yeah, I have this person that I am friends with on there, and I almost only keep her around for perspective.
Okay.
She'll get into my posts and start arguing with people about stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to ever be that far to the left, ever. You know what I mean? Because I'm a pretty left-leaning dude for the most part, but I don't want to be like an extremist.
Yeah.
So I keep a few extremists around so that I can like
there you go.
Remember, like, all right, don't go there.
Keep yourself in check.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a really hard time not letting certain comments like really get to me.
I know.
And it's getting to a point where like I think it's time to shut stuff down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even like some simple like responses to like Instagram stories, dude. Mm-hmm. It'll just set me off for like an hour straight.
Really? Instagram stories.
People like respond to your Instagram stories and then
very rarely. maybe not. That's probably not a good example. It's happened where people will say just dumbass shit to my stuff, and I'm just like,
I feel like
That's weird though. On Instagram,
yeah.
I feel like
shitty.
people on social media misinterpret your snark. You're a snarky motherfucker. You
I am.
always have been. I've never known you to not be that way.
That's funny.
But you used to be more reserved on social media. Now you speak your mind all the time on social media, and so
people might not be used to it.
people who don't know you are they may have that approach of like, damn, why is he so dissatisfied? And they don't realize like you're perfectly happy in your life doing things all the time that you enjoy and like having children and, you know, having a great life. But like they don't, it's because I get this shit too. Like there are a few people on social media who think I'm a miserable fucker. Like they do, dude. This one guy, he'll get on my post every once in a while and be like, you just need to smile, bro. Like,
oh
like,
God.
let the sunshine in and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like smiling my ass off while I'm reading his bullshit comment.
Awful.
You know, but there's humor in criticizing the world around you.
Of
You
course.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's humor in being like, this movie was bullshit. You know, here's why. Like, yeah.
There's a lot of tone and context missing too from social media.
Oh,
But I think if you follow someone over time, you start to get a sense of their tone if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know about you guys, but like there are people who I do pay attention to what they're putting out there content wise. And it's not always people I know, you know, most of the time it is, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just people I randomly met, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I want to delete my Facebook so bad.
So do I.
Just do it.
You can't delete it.
I can't.
You can't. They won't let you delete it. You can disable it.
I can't even do that for like promotional purposes. That's the only reason why I have it. And it sucks because my Facebook is so full of shit.
You mean for your music and stuff?
Yeah.
Why don't you just...
Because I have my Instagram and stuff, but like...
I was going to say, why don't you just dig in heavier to your other platforms?
Well, that's the thing, is I barely post on Facebook nowadays. Like, I only post when I'm being a troll, to be honest. Like, that's the only reason why I'm on it, is either A, to just stay a troll, and then just post random videos every once in a while.
Yeah.
But I use Instagram way more.
Yeah.
And to me, my Facebook feed is just full of shit, because about 4 years ago, I think it was like 4 years ago, I just added random people just to try to like market myself, because I was posting a lot at that time and just trying to get people to follow me back or whatever, accept my invite or whatever. I guess not follow me back, that's Instagram. But to accept my invite, whatever, look at my page, look at my music. And now I probably have like, I don't know, I maybe have like 3,000 friends on Facebook. So when I scroll down,
it's like
you got to go through and unfollow.
Shit. It's just like I don't even
too much
know
work,
any
dude.
of these
It's
people.
So many people.
I have no idea who these people
I guess
are.
I don't have that many people.
Yeah, I have a
3,000.
3,000 as well. Like,
And it's like I have no idea who these fuckers are.
yeah,
And so you like when you go on Facebook, you're just like, I don't know them, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I feel like they sneak in friends. Like Facebook,
Yes!
is sneaking people into my friends
I
list.
felt that way
You
as
get
well.
to a certain number, and Zuckerberg's just like, hey,
Yeah. Yep.
here's a couple weird people you don't know.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're at like 4,000. You're like, I thought I was only at 2,000.
I've
You guys
had
are on another
posts where
level.
I'm like, I post something and someone will comment, and I'll be like, oh, whose friend is this? And I'll go like, wait, they're my friend? And then
Yeah.
one girl, it was like a post about diabetes when I started losing weight. And she was like, this is a big passion issue for me. And we started chatting. And then she's like, how do we know each other? And I was like, this is the first time I've ever even seen your name before. Yep. Like, I don't know. And this has happened so many times. And I'm like, this can't be me just randomly accepting friend requests. Cause I don't, the robo-hose.
Oh,
the robo-ho friend request?
What's the robo-ho?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't get these like fake
on
women?
Instagram.
Oh, yeah, on Instagram. Dude,
I get them on Facebook.
I used to get them I used to get them on Facebook. Why are they called the robo-hos?
That's a good name for it, though.
Yeah, I just came up with it.
Okay, I guess I get it. So
Yeah.
But like on Instagram,
Hobot, you could call it.
yeah, that works. That works.
Yeah, yeah.
On Instagram, I get messages all the time, like
Yeah,
check
I
out
do
my
too.
nudes, and then I have to decline
Same,
them.
yeah.
Yep.
You know, because it's like, oh, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Oh, well,
Weird.
What's the ultimate goal for those accounts? What are they trying to do?
Get money,
sell nudes.
sell nudes, sell.
They're trying to
nudes.
sell nudes.
So
Yeah.
that's a thing nowadays is selling your nudes.
I don't think they're their nudes. I think they're fake.
Yeah, I'm sure they're
They've
fake.
like stolen people's nudes and
Yeah.
they're selling them.
How much do you think nudes go for nowadays?
No idea.
No.
Like
clue.
just some random fuck. How much do they go for?
You mean like if I wanted to sell my nudes, how much
yeah,
could I get?
yeah. That's what I was like.
I mean, I could be. It depends on who I'm selling them to. You know what I'm saying?
but like, could you actually make a lot of money off of it?
For sure.
What?
I'm sure.
Dude.
No way.
First of all, if
One dick pic?
if I sold my nudes to like dudes who like bears, I would make a fortune. You know what I'm saying?
Why aren't we doing this?
I've thought about it, man. I've gone out over the numbers, and I'm like, all right, what's my dignity worth? And I've decided
You've gone over the
that-
numbers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
much
And I'm
you-
like, it's definitely worth it. So
How much? What's the most you think you can make?
Like in one pop? Like
Just like here's my dick.
here's a picture of
Of
my,
my
dick.
dick.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think you got to sell the whole package. I don't think you can.
What's the whole
There's a
package?
million
Hold
dick
on.
pics out there.
What's the whole package then?
It's like a picture of you. Like this is me, and my dick is showing. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. Well, like, is like dick in hand? Is dick up? Is it flaccid?
I mean, dude, you can have a menu.
But I'm just saying for
When
like
you go to In-N-Out, your burger, it's not just like, here's a burger. There's options.
yeah, there's a 1 and number 2.
Yeah, I mean,
In-N-Out.
but you can add onions. You
That's
can
true,
add
that's true.
grilled onions.
Animal style.
or
Animal
doggy style fries is what I call them.
Yep.
So
Doggy style fries.
I've actually ordered them like that.
You
before.
ordered them like that once.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
I had this buddy who every time we'd go through a drive-through, he'd be like, I would like the number 2 meal dildo.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. And
Wow.
they would never pick up on it.
Yet nobody
Never pick up on it.
like nobody likes being in the passenger seat while I'm ordering. Like we got like the cheesy gordita, the cunt wrap supreme. We got the cunt wrap supreme, the double dicker taco. Like, dude, it goes on and on.
No, I want to go through a drive-through.
Dude.
Yeah, me too.
But the funny thing
we
is-
should do a podcast. just
Yes.
drive-thrus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
down.
genius.
I'll bring the field recorder.
Yes.
There you
Yeah, dude.
The funny thing is actually these people they actually laugh like when I'm going through the drive-through. Like they're like the people that are taking my orders. That is like they actually enjoy it when I go through because it's like it's not like this guy's not trying to be a dick, but he's also not a robot.
Yeah,
like he's actually interacting with me.
Yeah.
And so like it's all about how you present it. You can't just pull up and go, "Hey, can I get a fucking I don't know, beefy."
Because so many
fucking-
people do
Yeah,
that.
like and they're just
Yeah.
like,
I'm
I
just
don't know.
like, how,
"Let me get a double dicker
my thing
taco."
is like, why do you
Like,
want to
whoa.
go through life that way? Like, I have no desire to go through my life in a bad mood at people. Like, I'm sorry that, I don't know. Like, I'll go through the drive-through and I'll smile and I'll like, if they're cute, I'll flirt with them.
Whoa.
And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, everybody wants to have their day made a little
Oh
bit.
yeah. I mean,
You know?
the thing is that like, because I've worked fast food before, right? And you're just doing the same shit over and over and over again. And it's always nice to just have that one person who's just fucking awesome and funny and nice that like just changes your day. Actually like makes you like smile a little bit. And it's like, why can't I be that one person for everybody,
Yeah. What's
Why not?
funny is like people don't even realize that this shit becomes reciprocal. Like so many times I've gone through a drive-through and ended up with like they gave me a bunch of extra stuff
Oh, yeah.
because I was cool, or
Yep.
whatever. Like so many times. Last time I went through a drive-through was I don't know, like 2-3 months ago, and it was like the 3rd or 4th time I'd seen this lady, and she was just like super cool. She took my card. She went to run it. She didn't give me a receipt, but I didn't think anything of it. And she gave me my food, and there was like extra food in there. And she didn't run my card. She just like gave me everything.
That's
I was
amazing.
like, dude, that's dope.
Yeah.
And that was the last. I was like going in. I was like, okay, this is the last time I'm gonna have fast food. Like, and then I'm gonna get back on my grind. And it was like such a nice way to go out.
That is a great way to go out.
Yeah, it's dope.
So I'm going to tell you guys that I'm on a mission here. All right. For all you Taco Bell lovers out here, here we go. All right. So after losing weight, going to the Taco Bell headquarters, I told myself and I told everybody at Taco Bell headquarters that I was going to bring back the chili cheese burrito.
Dude, I was just about to say I'm boycotting them because there's no chili cheese burrito anymore.
Are you kidding me?
I was going to say that.
So here's the crazy thing is you got to go to Colorado if you want to get the chili cheese burrito. They have them there.
Far.
So I've made some trips there. It's 3.5 hours away. Kind of far for a burrito, but it's great because this is the weirdest thing ever.
Where do you go, Dinosaur?
Kind of far for a burrito.
What?
Do you go to Dinosaur, Colorado?
No, it's Fruta.
Fruta, okay.
Yeah. So it's like right when you get into Colorado. I think it's like it's the first city.
Okay.
So anyways, here's the weird part. These things actually save well. Like when we got there,
that's not a good thing.
Yeah, but this is crazy. So when we got there, the district manager was like, he's like, "Oh, where are you guys from?" We're like, "Utah," and he didn't care. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, we have a lot of people that come out of state to get these chili cheese burritos." He's like, we have people from Arizona that come through all the time. And I'm like, whoa, okay, so this is a thing.
Dude, that was my lunch in high school.
Yeah, because they actually had them at high schools, right? Yeah.
They had them in the lunch line.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm remembering now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
Wow.
So I'm trying to bring this back, and I've made some decent strides here.
Are you like the McRib girl?
Is that a thing? What the fucking McRib
You don't know
girl?
about McRib girl?
No.
Continue your story. I'll
Oh no! I don't know if I want to tell my story now because
you gotta know about McRib girl. Dude.
Oh God, I don't want to be the McRib girl. I don't want to be the chili cheese burrito dude.
No, it's not McRib girl. It's McRib girl.
McRib.
That's how she says it.
Oh, McRib.
Yeah.
Maybe I have
ChaCheese
seen
Bro,
this,
dude.
actually. The ChaCheese Bro.
ChaCheese Bro. We gotta get shirts done.
Oh no.
ChaCheese Bro.
So here's the crazy thing. There's an actual website. Awful.
ChaCheese Bro.
God. So there's an actual website out there called chilicheese.org. It's literally a map of the United States, and it shows where all the chili cheese burritos are in the United States from Taco Bell's. Ridiculous that somebody spent the time.
My diet, son.
Yeah, it's crazy that somebody.
I'd dive
I'm gonna
hard
go on
for
a chili
it.
cheese road trip.
Gnarly. I've done it.
Really? You've done it?
Yeah,
I just want
Colorado.
to get a map and put pins on it where every chili cheese burrito is and just hit them.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How does Taco Bell decide what locations get it?
So that's what I've been researching, and what I've found out through my studies is that each Taco Bell is allotted a specialty item. And some choose to do chili cheese burrito, and some choose to do the green sauce.
What?
Yeah. So
You're
ours.
telling me we can go and like make signs and dance around and like make a big fuss at a Taco Bell in the area and just say, you better switch out the fucking green sauce.
Because nobody fucking eats that green sauce. It's not even good.
We're going to get on our Samuel L. Jackson.
So
I don't know what green sauce you're even talking about.
Exactly. Nobody knows what it is.
Point proven.
It's a specialty item that nobody even knows exists.
No.
It's not even good. I tried it recently.
Nobody wants the Verde.
Yeah, it's the Verde.
At Taco Bell. Get out of here.
Get
Verde.
that fucking shit out of here, man.
Okay.
So that's what I learned. So then I did some more research. I actually called recently the district regional manager over here in Utah, and she gave me some more information, basically actually saying it's not as easy as that of just every Taco Bell is allotted a specialty item. It goes beyond that. You're gonna have to dive deeper, dude. She's like, your mission is gonna be hard, and she's like, but it's all right. She's like, I'm gonna put you in touch with somebody. So I got in touch. Well, I emailed this lady, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, we need to document this.
Yeah,
shit.
so I'm gonna be the guy that brings this shit back. All right, or at least to Saratoga. Like, if anything, to our area. That's my goal here. Yeah, I'm that fucking idiot.
Dude, okay, wait.
This is
We need to
happening.
make a documentary called the charge for chili cheese
There
or
you go.
something, and it's
We
just like
really should.
David's
This is-
fucking like
Yeah.
I'm getting these back.
This is happening. This
We're
is
getting
happening.
These in Utah.
But I didn't even say the best thing. So when we went to Colorado, the guy said these save well. And he's like, I'm not even joking with you. He's like, go home and put them in the freezer. I'm like, that's weird. That's disgusting. He's like,
No,
put
it's
him
a
in,
freezer.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's just weird. But I know, but like it's just
you'll
weird
put
that
a steak in there, but you won't put
no, but it's just weird that
chili
like
cheese burrito?
you put it in the freezer and then you go to nuke it and it still tastes
Put it in the
amazing.
oven.
So he said, put it in the freezer, put it in the microwave, just let me know. So
Just
I'm
let
like,
me
I'm like, all
That's
right.
a Mike Anderson
Yeah.
level interaction right there.
Let me know.
Yeah.
Just
I go,
Let me know.
so I take 4 home. I take 4 home. We put them in the freezer. We put it in the microwave. It tastes fucking exactly the same. Like the tortilla wasn't even hard. Like that's the weird part. Like
Did
because
you
normally
wrap
like,
it in a paper towel or anything?
nothing.
You just put it right in.
Just
Raw dog.
so she said.
Wow.
yep, put right in.
That was too easy.
Yeah, it was.
That was too easy.
But it tasted exactly the same.
Wow.
Insane.
I'm curious. What do you order at Taco Bell in Saratoga?
So it depends
Green
if
sauce.
I'm not the green sauce. It depends if I'm trying to stick to like my macros or not. If I'm sticking to my macros, all I'll order is just 1 bean burrito and 2 crunchy tacos. That will always fit into my macros. I can always fit that in. Now, if I'm going ham, that's a different story. I can probably almost eat almost every. This is what I love about Taco Bell, guys, is that almost every item there is exactly the same because they all use the same ingredients.
Yep.
Meat, beans, rice, nacho cheese. Or if it doesn't have nacho cheese, put that fucking nacho cheese on that shit. All right? Like, it's the same ingredients, just mixed.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Except I don't
Delivery.
like when
Yeah,
they start
exactly.
throwing potatoes in the mix over there.
You don't like that?
I'm not a fan of their potatoes.
I can do them. Like my wife likes the potato taco, which all it is just potatoes, cheese, and then she goes, sprinkle some nacho cheese on that shit.
I want some
And
Taco
then, like,
Bell
boom.
so bad right now.
I love Taco Bell.
That makes me just think of in Pitch Perfect 3 when she's like, or Pitch Perfect 2, she's like, what kind of white shit is this? Like,
yeah, that's
anytime I think of potatoes in a taco,
I
I'm
think
just like,
anytime
white people don't, what?
anytime I think
Potatoes
of
are
Taco
good,
Bell,
man.
it's like, what kind of white shit
yeah.
is this?
I
What,
miss
a fucking
potatoes.
Doritos
Chili
taco?
cheese burrito, I think of Mexicans because all the Mexican dudes at Canyon used to eat them with me.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we'd eat them at lunch, and then we'd fucking sometimes go to the Star Mart that was a Taco Bell after school and eat them there too.
The Start Mart was a Taco Bell?
Yeah, it used to be a Taco Bell KFC. It's like one of the first
Yeah.
Taco Bell KFCs I ever saw.
Really? And I didn't know that.
Taco Bell.
That's
KFC.
Star Mart, dude.
Yeah, Star Mart.
Next to
Star Mart
the
was
state,
the shit,
next to
man.
the steak center and that,
Yeah.
then the dentist office.
It's been a Del Taco. It's been a Taco Bell. It's been a Taco Bell KFC.
What is it now?
I have no idea.
It's a Del Taco.
Is it still?
Is it
When I
still
lived
a
with
Del
you, it was a
Taco?
Del Taco.
It was a Del Taco when you lived with me.
They had the chili cheese French fry burritos when we lived there.
Oh yeah, that's
Wait,
right.
French fries
Oh.
burritos?
Oh yeah, dude.
Ooh,
Do you ever make it bold?
I've heard about this bold thing. What the fuck is this bold thing?
Bro,
Everybody says it's a game changer. No,
You ever
everybody
had
says it's a game changer.
it is a game changer.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
You ever had a chicken soft taco?
Yeah, the chicken tastes like rubber to me, but
Yeah, but you know that special sauce?
yeah.
the white sauce.
Yeah, the white
Yeah.
jizz shit.
Yeah. Next time you order something, be like, yo, make it bold.
Oh, so they
And they'll add
They'll
that
add
sauce
that special
and French
sauce.
fries to anything.
Oh,
they
and
do.
Wait,
it's French
French
fries. And it's
fries
French
too?
fries.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So it's French fries and that white shit.
That's right.
Dude, I need to cheat.
Game changer.
I'm gonna cheat on my diet.
Don't.
Go for it, dude. No,
Don't.
you get back on it,
No,
dude.
here's what you got to do. Here's what
I've
you
been
got to do.
bad. I've
Live
been
it up,
bad the
bro.
last 2
Here's what you
days.
got to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to be the angel on your shoulder and say, look, set it as a goal. And when you hit your goal, then you can go make it bold.
How many
Yeah.
times
Always-
you fucking hit your goal? You're good, bro.
Always plan your cheat meals.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I never plan my cheat meals.
Me neither.
The only time
last
I
2
do-
weeks, and now look what's happening. I'm starting to gain weight when I'm trying to cut fat.
See, the reason why I don't plan my cheat days is because my cheat days are Saturday and Sunday.
yeah.
It never fails. Like it's my drinking days. Like, and when you're drinking, there's just no fucking way you can stay within your diet.
Yeah.
It never works.
not
I don't
wrong.
care what diet you're on.
I just don't cheat anymore.
Once you get to a
Almost
certain
ever.
point, like if you're cheating Saturday and Sunday, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just maintaining.
You're just- yeah,
I can't wait to
yep.
get there.
Yeah, exactly. Like once I'm there, that'll be great. But I'm
You have to
just
be-
like at a point where I just can't have cheat
You
days.
still have to be disciplined though.
Yeah.
You can't spiral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's very
no way.
easy to spiral.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't do that.
Yep. I was told.
I'm already like I feel like I've lost shoulder mass in the last week.
Can we get a flex, dude?
Boom. Get a flex. You're already
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Look at that.
Damn.
Got long sleeves on.
Bro.
Oh,
Mine
shit.
are freaking pretty.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
solid, like, you know, like
Look at that.
That's a solid arm.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Digging it, dude.
There's some shape.
I like it.
But I haven't been lifting as much this week, and I haven't been running this week. I kind of took a week off.
Some girl worked my ass out today. It was lovely. I was telling Ryan about it. It was good. It's a trainer, and I was told that I needed to eat 2,400 calories a day.
Nice.
Fuck that. That's a lot of calories.
That's a lot.
Like, so I'm at anywhere.
How do you make sure you don't gain fat while you do that?
Well, it's about
High
tracking
protein.
your macros. Like,
Are you high
I
protein?
hate tracking.
yeah. So it's all about like eating right. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be having a shit ton of protein. Like, she was telling me like I need to be at like 200 grams of protein almost a day.
What about carb?
Damn.
Carbs, I don't know
'Cause are
exactly
you
where,
muscle
but
building?
yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want too much carbs.
But you don't want too much fat either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure. Not for muscle
Like-
building. But for carbs, you want some carbs,
You want-
especially like,
well,
do
you want-
fast.
You want both. Like,
do
you want some
like,
carbs and you want some.
time restricted eat.
Yeah, I do intermittent fasting
So
for sure.
you work out fasted.
Yep. Oh, always. I hate eating before I work
so
out.
you should break your fast with a rice cake, dude.
A rice cake?
Yeah, every time, and then eat a real meal an hour later. If you're muscle building,
Okay. Why is
Yeah.
that?
because it'll spike you'll have an insulin spike,
Okay.
but not a blood sugar spike, and basically your glycogen stores will build muscle faster for you.
Okay. So
That's the simplified way to put it.
it's interesting because
sorry.
I actually hate. It sucks eating this many calories because I don't like. I don't have breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like having big lunches. So you know what that means? We're about to have a fucking 1,700 calorie dinner. Do you guys know what
yeah.
that fucking looks like when
Yes.
you're eating
You
healthy?
get sick.
Yeah, I feel like ass.
Do you eat red meat?
What?
Do you eat red meat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you'll have like a ribeye steak or something.
I'll do some tacos, but that tacos alone, like with your ground beef, you're talking tops 900 calories.
Yeah, for sure.
We ain't done yet then. And you don't want to go to bed that full, so you're trying to cram this all in
6,
about
7 o'clock, right?
like 6, 7 o'clock, all in an hour. 2 fucking scoops of protein, 2 fucking protein bars after having 5 tacos. Like, just imagine what that feels like.
Why don't you just
not
do
fun.
like a heavier lunch?
I just don't tend to have big lunches. I don't really care for it, but
yeah.
that's what I should do.
Yeah.
It's what I should do. But
Load
I
it
feel
up
weird
earlier
because
in the day.
the reason why I don't like big lunches is because I eat lunch after I work out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't like to have like this giant
Then you have a
heavy
rock sitting in
thing
your
like
stomach
after I
all
just
afternoon.
worked out. So
But it makes more sense from like
it does.
from a metabolic
Yep,
standpoint.
it does.
Yeah.
It for sure does.
Because then I feel like basically you're not getting as much of a benefit from your fasted workout as you would if you loaded
If
those
it-
calories earlier
I
in
need
your day.
I need to do that. But
Says the least in shape dude in the room.
I am going to go.
Word. I might come with you. Just-
Don't leave me by myself. We're still rolling, bro.
No, you just have to do a monologue. Yeah, man.
What's up with YouTubers calling themselves creators?
Oh my god, dude. all these like fucking terms drive me nuts, dude. Okay, this is what grinds my goddamn gears is the term influencer. Oh my god, you're not influencing shit. How many girls are sponsored by Fashion Nova? All of them. So how are you influencing anybody? I hate it.
I really hate that term.
I'm really stoked to see that change where all the followers are invisible. Like
Yep.
that's gonna be great.
The followers or the likes?
The like, oh, I think it's both, isn't it?
I don't know. I heard it was just likes.
Oh, it would be great if it was also followers.
That would be what. That would be.
You couldn't see how many followers a business had or whatever.
I don't think they'll ever do that. Actually.
No, they won't. Businesses don't want them to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They like having the clout, and they'll go wherever they can get that clout.
You need to be able to tell. Well, a lot of people just have. It's a business for them, and they are able to sell marketing based off how many followers they have.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate.
YouTubers, like, they call themselves creators, and I get it that they're creating something, but it's just a weird term to me.
Yeah.
You make videos.
Yeah. There are some who are creators. Like, I follow this dude, D4 Darius. Have you heard of this guy?
No.
He's a filmmaker, and he makes videos where he teaches you stuff about storytelling, filmmaking, making YouTube videos, technical stuff. But then he also like documents the behind the scenes of him making his first feature film and stuff like that, you know? So I get down with him calling himself a creator because he's like directing films and stuff. He's like actually putting artwork out there too. It's not just a one-dimensional thing that he's just trying to monetize, you know? He is trying to monetize, but, you know, I don't know. It's a bigger picture thing for a guy like that.
Yeah, man. I just think I guess people like that can call themselves creators.
Yeah, but some dude who's doing
justified.
a tutorial on how to, you know, do a crossfade in Final Cut Pro should not call themselves a creator on YouTube.
No, and there's a lot of people out there who have a huge following, and that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm fine with people having a huge following if they're doing something constructive and helpful, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. YouTube's a funny place, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's like that's where I spend the most of my time.
Yep.
You know, and while I work all day, I'm mostly listening to YouTube podcasts that are up on YouTube and trying to learn. You know,
I can attribute to a lot of my career to YouTube.
Yeah, same.
There's just so much information.
A lot of it.
So much information on it.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how what you can just search and find.
Dude, when I first started freelancing, I hit up Garrett from Forest Lab and said, let me shoot some photos for you. Let me shoot a lookbook. And it was right after Justin had quit. You know, Justin had gotten a job like in the field he's in now. And Garrett was like, dude, I don't need a lookbook, but I need an illustrator, and a designer. And I hadn't done anything in forever, but I was like, let me give it a shot, So I had never been a big Illustrator user, and that's what he mostly needed in the beginning. And it scared the shit out of me because in school I totally ignored it was high school when I learned anything there was to learn about Illustrator, and I'd completely breezed through it because I was more interested in photos. So anyway, I got on YouTube, man. And that's where I learned how to use Illustrator.
Yep.
Was on YouTube. And still, everything I know about Illustrator, I've either just figured out or learned from YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty damn proficient.
Yeah.
So
I'll forget how to do things in Illustrator, and I'll have to go back to YouTube. And
yeah.
How do I zigzag a path?
Yep. Yeah.
I legit Googled that.
I do that same thing. Yeah. All the time. I used to do that. I was like a paid web developer, like junior web developer, and I was always Googling code. Like I almost never was going off the top.
My brother will tell you that too, and he works on Walmart robots.
Yeah.
He says if you're not, you have to be resourceful.
Yeah.
You have to be able to Google stuff. That's like half his job is Googling how to do something.
Yeah. There's this great Neil deGrasse Tyson interview where he's talking about, or maybe it's like he's giving a commencement speech at a college or something, but he talks about like in an interview, the interviewer asks the guy to tell him how tall the building is. And the first guy is like, oh yeah, well, when I was in college, they told us the building is this tall. And he just remembered it. And the second guy comes in, he's like, I don't know, but can you give me a minute? And he goes outside and he looks up and he looks up at where the building is. He sees how long the shadow is. He measures the shadow and figures out, does all the math basically, and comes up and he's like, gives him an estimate, and he's a little bit off, but it's like pretty damn close. And Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, if I'm the business, I'm going to hire that guy because he didn't know the answer, but he sure as hell knew how to go figure out the answer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up. Because I was in a miserable, shitty job that I hated. And then I watched some YouTube videos, and that's put food on my table, paid my rent, put clothes on my back for the last 4 years.
Yep.
So thanks YouTube for the free education.
Yeah. Yep.
Speaking of shitty jobs, what's the worst thing in the world? Is this awful shitty cycle that you go through when you get your first job of like, okay, I need to get a job, but I need a car to get there.
Oh, yeah.
But I need to have a job to get a car.
Yeah.
And this like awful, endless cycle, like that is like one of the worst experiences I think in like almost everybody's life.
Yeah.
Like, I hated that. Like,
so here's what I think is valuable about it though,
it
encourages you to have relationships with other people and depend on each other. You know what I mean? You need that friend to give you a ride. You know, I used to give one of my buddies a ride to work every day for months and months and months until he was able to get a car. And I had no problem doing it.
Mm-hmm.
No problem doing it. I didn't even think of it as a favor. I literally just thought of it as a part of my routine. And it was just as good for me to do that for him as it was for him to have that experience. So I like, it is annoying.
Yeah, I hated asking people for rides, man. I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
And you just get so frustrated because it's like, I just need a car, but I need to save up to get there, get the car, but I don't make anything really.
Yeah,
it's just like, it's just
like a
this
cycle.
It's a cycle that's just like
super tough
and-
is when you're not making enough to actually put anything away.
Exactly. But like, I think when you actually come out on top, when you actually eventually get that car, like, oh man, like that's huge. Like it just opens up so many doors. And if
When
you
I
come
bought
out
my
on top,
car, I bought my car a couple months ago, and I kind of, my dad passed, and I got a little bit of money afterwards, but it wasn't like a lot. And but it was just enough that I was like, you know what? If I work really hard, I can add that to whatever I make, and I can get myself a car. And I did. And dude, that's like a great feeling. That's a really good feeling. Like I paid cash for that car. Granted, 2 months later I crashed it, but but that's life sometimes. Which if you can't accept that, like good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, my point is like, I don't know. I'm on some silver lining shit, I guess, because I absolutely hated that experience too of like needing to ask for. I took the train and the bus everywhere for a couple of years because my license was suspended, and I thought it was impossible for me to have enough money at one time to get it paid off, and that was my mentality. But I also think that a lot of people really just don't believe in their own capability. Like most people are way more capable than they think.
Oh, for sure.
Like to do things like pay off a debt that they have, or they think they're helpless. They think they don't make enough money, but if they just make a little change here and there, they could do a lot.
There you go.
Anyway, sorry.
True that.
It would suck to have like a long neck, like a giraffe, like a giraffe. Like, could
like
you,
as a human?
as a human, like, could you imagine like the sore throats on that? Just lasting for days, like just
I can't even
swallowing,
imagine.
just swallowing, and it just hurts all the way down. I'd be out forever, man. Like, it'd be awful. I can't imagine that.
A sore throat when you have a
Long,
big, long
this
throat.
is a long sore area, but I don't know what else you could do with the long neck. I don't know why I even brought that up, but like, I don't know if there's any other benefit of. I mean, I guess you could eat vag from very far away.
Yeah, but if your throat's that deep, you could never deep throat.
I wouldn't have that problem.
I mean, no,
I wouldn't
I'm
have that
saying-
problem. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unless you had some large dick, but that's not
I'm
going to
saying
happen.
like the male giraffe is not going to get the experience
No,
of
that's
getting
true.
up deep in there,
That's true. But
No. getting in the guts, so to speak.
I don't know if there would be any benefit for like eating vag while like off the bed, while the woman's still on the bed. I don't think that would be that cool.
I
But,
mean,
like,
you could be across the
it'd be-
room working. Or,
yeah,
or
I
like
guess
lifting
so.
weights or
Okay, so here's something weird. So I never know what to do with my body while like eating vag. Like, like
ass
this is-
up, dude.
So okay, so here's the thing. It's like, I guess I have a couple options, right? It's like, I guess I can be ass up, right? But then if you're naked, you just feel that like cold breeze on your butthole.
The swaying of the balls.
Yeah, and then you got that cold breeze on your butthole, and you're like, bro,
Yeah.
that feels weird.
I kind of like that cold breeze, man.
I don't.
Good.
Really? All right. But or like
It's like
or
Vicks, man. It feels like you got a little Vicks on there.
I can't say I like that.
No?
But there's
Icy?
there's the alternative, which is like
You
belly down. You know, you're like
You're like a bearskin rug.
Yeah, there's that exactly. But then like that one's hard for me because then it's like you know the dick is rubbing up against the bed and then it's doing half the work almost. And
You're doing dick
I just
push-ups.
I think you're overthinking it.
Yeah. Why don't
Nobody,
you just put her on the edge of the bed.
nobody's
you
looking
could
at
do
you.
that too. No, I get that, but like
Yeah, you're not having an orgy. If you're having an orgy, you really do need to think about these things.
yeah,
I've
I
never
definitely
had
wouldn't.
one, but
I
like-
definitely wouldn't want my ass in the air while other people were in the room besides my wife. That's for damn sure.
I mean,
I mean,
you seem like you wouldn't be that fun in an orgy, bro.
probably not. I'd be the one analyzing this entire situation. Like,
It's pronounced analyzing.
oh, anal. What is that fucker doing? Wait, you can do that? I don't know if she's liking that, bro. Oh wait, I have a job to do as well. Shit, you know, like yeah. I wouldn't be the least.
You're the overthinker. At
Yeah,
the orgy.
I would be the least funnest
Yeah.
person in an orgy, but.
I have thought of, I was talking to a friend about this the other day who was in an open relationship, and I was like, dude, I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle like being in an orgy or a threesome. I would be too like, I have a hard time like getting out of my head enough in a one-on-one encounter. I feel like in a two-on, I'd be like, I don't know what to do, guys. Like,
Oh, yeah,
there's
for
too many
sure.
things to think about, too many people to try and satisfy. Like, I'll just focus on one person at a time.
I think the gayest thing is 2 guys, 1 girl.
The devil's threesome. That's the
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the gayest things I've ever fucking heard of.
yeah. I mean,
I know somebody who's done like
the Eiffel Tower.
the Eiffel Tower and like
That's pretty funny.
like you're
though.
locking eyes with like another male.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Pretty gay.
Super
yeah, like
gay, yeah.
a man. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like
You know, all I can say is like, it would have to be the right circumstances.
I don't think there is any circumstances for me.
Well, but you guys are also like, you're married, you've been in your relationships for a long time. Like, I've been nothing but single for most of my life. So, like, I've seen people in all kinds of crazy situations. I'm very vanilla myself. Like, I don't try very many things, but like, I think there are circumstances like, if it was the right girl and she wanted to, I might be like, all right, why not? You know?
It goes back down to what we were talking about last week too. It's like then it's got to be like
that's
the right
thing is
the
like,
right
you
dude.
you don't even watch porn with a dick in it.
Yeah, I can't even do porn with dick. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it like
So there's no experience. There's no scenario at all.
bro,
Where you're like, I could handle it. I can handle a
I
threesome
can't
with
look
this
at
bro.
the man genitalia, the manitalia.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Let,
got their own
let me
boundaries.
tell you, it's
Yeah.
it's gross, bro.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I have no aversion to seeing a dick. I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
But
I have no attraction.
I don't
to it.
want to be in the same room as a dick. If some dude's got their dick out, I'm in the
Same
same
room as
room.
2 dicks right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
but like
there are a
if
total
if
of
you guys
3
had your
dicks in
dick
this
out,
one.
I'm out. I'm out.
Well, yeah, me
I'm
too.
gone.
But that's because, like you said, there's a time and a place.
Yeah.
But if we were at an orgy and there were dicks out, I wouldn't think twice. I
To
just
me,
be like,
there's
oh, yeah,
never a
we're
time
at
and
an
a
orgy.
place
Of
for
course, there's
another
dicks
dick
out here.
out.
Yeah, it's like standing at the beach and wondering why the fuck there's sand everywhere. Like, you're gonna see some dicks at an orgy.
Boy, awful. Just awful.
You guys ever walked into like a retail store and you walk in and there's always someone who greets you, right?
Mhm.
And they greet you and say, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, cool. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, cool. They're like, and then they're like,
Nowhere to be found when you need help. Oh, okay.
no,
They start to sell you.
no. They're like, you got any good plans for the rest of the day?
Fuck that question. Don't ask me that.
Dude, nothing makes me want to run out of a store faster.
Yeah.
Do not ask me that. Don't ask me
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I make shit up.
Nobody wants to answer that question.
I was at Whole Foods. This was like right before I was getting ready to move. And my roommate was getting ready to go to Lake Havasu for the weekend. And this girl was like, "You do anything fun for the weekend?" It was like Labor Day weekend or whatever. "You do anything fun for the weekend?" I was like, yeah, me and my buddies are heading out to Havasu. In my head, I was like, why the fuck did I just say that? I don't care if she is impressed by what I'm doing this weekend. In my head, I was
She
like,
got you.
I'm literally just gonna go home and like watch Game of Thrones. Like, anyway, it was a weird thing.
It's just such a stupid question.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
They say that actually at J-Dogs. If you go to J-Dogs, that's actually one of the things that the employees will ask you while you're in line. So you got any plans for the day?
I got plans. I don't give a shit to share them with you.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I know you don't care, and
you're asking me that because it's your job.
Yep,
to
exactly.
Be nice.
Hey, maybe it's a conspiracy, dude.
How so?
Like maybe they're collecting data on what the fuck people are up to.
It's a stretch, bro.
No way. It's not a stretch when your phone is literally recording everything.
But then everybody has to be in on this conspiracy.
Yeah. No, they don't.
All the workers.
No, they don't. They have to be convinced that their job is to ask that question because it makes people feel good to be asked something about their personal life. But maybe they're just asking because somebody higher up wants to know what the fuck people are doing with their time.
I guess it's within the realm of possibilities.
Right? It's not that big of a stretch.
It's a stretch.
It's a bit of a stretch.
It's like
not that big.
It's like a baby coming out of like a vagina stretch to me.
That's a big, it takes a big stretch to get a baby out of a vagina. I'm saying it's more like a fat cat trying to get through a normal sized cat door. You know?
I just think if anybody, if any
has to shake it off at the end, you know?
That's the thing.
If there's anybody listening to this that owns a retail store, just make sure your employees don't do that.
Yeah, and
yeah.
The other thing I don't like is like after they ask you how your day is or whatever, and like how's it going, and then they're like they don't care for the answer, and they're like, just so you know, we have this sale on sale, and we have this on sale, and we have this, and like
so
I don't give a shit.
Ingenuine.
Like, and you're just telling me this because you have to. Like,
this is what I would love to experience when I walk into a store from the employees. This is what I like to experience.
I want to hear this.
I want to walk in. Sure, greet me. Say, hello, hey, if you have any questions, we're over here. The employees then can chill with each other, interact with each other, have fun. I know where you're at. You're not wandering around. You're not hiding because you're fucking miserable with your life working this stupid ass job.
Because if I have a question, I need to be able to find.
I know where you're at.
Yes, exactly. I don't care that you're socializing with each other. That's great. Have fun. That's awesome.
Make noise. I know where you're at.
Be loud. Yeah. And I'll go do my thing and find what I need. And if I can't find it, I'll come ask for your help and maybe interrupt your conversation. Like that would be a great experience at a store.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
People who run stores are stupid as fuck.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not, they don't actually care about what
They
you and
don't
I want.
give
They just
a
want to
shit.
control their people.
Yeah.
That's why they got into it. They didn't get into it. They got into it because there's power in it, they think. It makes them feel powerful to boss people around and tell them, hey, shut the fuck up. Like, you guys are socializing and you're supposed to be working. Like,
go fold some clothes.
Yeah.
Dude, Disneyland was the worst for this shit.
Really?
You were not allowed to socialize
What?
if you're on stage. Like,
On stage?
Yeah.
Is
So
that what they called it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's what they call it.
On stage.
On stage. So, like, let's say you're working. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to. No, I haven't worked there in a long time. I'm past any kind of NDA I may have signed. But, yeah, no, like, so you'd be working guest control, which is like, now they call it guest interaction. It's where you're like on the parade route, making sure motherfuckers keep moving. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. So, you know, they're walking around with their orange sticks going like, stay to the right, folks. Keep moving. Stay to the right. Stay to the right.
Yeah.
That's guest control. And for like most of that shift, you're not doing that. Most of that shift, you're literally just walking around. If people have questions, you answer their questions. If you have a moment to make some magic for somebody, make some magic for somebody.
How does one do that?
You know, like maybe you see somebody that's like got a birthday button on and you'll just like stop and do something nice for them, you know?
You sing them happy birthday?
Yeah, sing them happy birthday, whatever nice thing. Like, but you're not allowed to socialize with your fellow cast members who are also on the job. And I'm like, that's so stupid.
Also, hey, you're not a cast member.
Yeah.
You're not in a movie.
Yeah. You're just an employee.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. And you don't work for the Disney company that Walt Disney started. You work for one of the biggest like bullshit corporations on the planet. But they make some good movies.
Yeah.
Debatable.
They make some enjoyable movies.
Yeah.
So I go to Harmon's often.
Harmon's
My favorite store in
Harmon's
Utah.
is the shit.
Yeah. Favorite grocery store.
I go to the self-checkout.
Yep.
And there's always a person there, you know, making sure everything's running correctly. And as soon as you grab your bags, there's this lady. She always says, "Hey, thanks. Thank you. You have a great day." And I'm like, "Thanks for fucking what? What are you thanking me for? I didn't fucking do anything."
Thanks for spending your money.
For your
spending,
business.
yeah. Why don't you say that?
Hey,
Because,
thanks
like-
for spending your money
Yeah,
here.
and
We
paying-
know you could spend. It's like what they say on planes. We know you could have flown with anyone.
Yeah.
So thanks for flying with us.
There you go.
And
That
I'm
would be
like,
fine.
I flew with you because you cheat.
There you go. But like, I just hate that. Hey, thank you. And then you go, "No, thank you." I'm like, wait, bitch, you didn't do anything. Why am I
Yeah,
thanking
yeah.
you? You're like, fuck. I just fell into this
thank
trap.
people arbitrarily all the fucking time.
Oh, man.
I was like, hey, right on. Thank you. Thanks. Appreciate you. And I also apologize arbitrarily all the time. Like, I'll come around a corner the way I'm supposed to, and someone will come over around a corner, like, you know how like let's say this is a corner here,
That is
and
cool.
like I should be coming around like this so someone can see me, and they should be coming around like this.
Yeah.
So I'll come around, and they are for some reason walking out like this at me and like run right into me, and I'll be like, "Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have to apologize."
No,
to you.
your
Yep,
fault.
You just fucking ran into
but
me.
we do. What,
Yeah.
What about when you go
It's
to
a
see him?
Moval thing.
Mm.
I don't
Interesting.
know if that's true.
Um,
I've just noticed a lot of my friends from Moval apologize a lot.
Interesting.
Sorry, I'm not from Orange County.
What about when you go to see a movie?
I'm
and they
not,
say,
though.
"Enjoy your movie," and you say, "You too."
Yeah.
You fucking got me.
You walked away and you quiver, dude.
Damn it.
Why did I say that?
Dude,
Yeah.
I'll acknowledge that shit right on the spot.
Enjoy your food.
I'll
You
be
too.
like, you too. Ah, shit. Sorry.
Sucks, man.
I'll like catch myself and be like, you have a good day.
Yeah, I've done it multiple times where I'll say "you too," and let's say it's like food, and like enjoy your food, and like thanks, you too. Except you're not going to be eating food. You
Yeah,
enjoy the
yeah.
rest of your day.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, damn it.
I think a nice one is to just be like, you too. Ah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
I hate when they catch me on that shit, man.
Yeah. I went to the movies today and I saw an ad before the movie, and it was like you didn't know what it was at first, and it was the basketball player from the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell.
Uh-huh.
He was talking about
Spider.
yeah. He was talking about transitioning from college to the NBA and how it was hard, and he's like, all these people are in the NBA are so much stronger and faster, and making the transition was hard. And he went into all this depth, and it was a bunch of B-roll of him like playing basketball.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, he talks about a bank.
What?
Yeah, I don't understand this type of advertising.
A bank?
I don't know how the bank related to the ad.
It didn't. This is a form of advertising that's really popular now.
And it's not good.
And it's just, let's make you feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah.
And then we're going to tag our name on there.
Yep.
So you're going to associate us with your warm and fuzzy
Yeah.
feeling. It's manipulative. It's bullshit.
Get
outta
it's
here.
not good.
When they do this at the Super Bowl, people literally get outraged by it. Like Twitter becomes a nightmare
Really?
during the Super Bowl of people going like, "Hey, fuck you, Beryl Lynch. Like, why are you making me cry about a puppy dog that just
Yeah.
got murdered,
Yeah.
you pricks?" Like, or whatever, you know?
You're a bank.
yeah. You're a bank. Do bank things.
Yep. Or
Stop appropriating
Dude.
like good-hearted moments. You're literally stealing from people for like all the time. That's what you do.
It's terrible marketing.
it's not
Yeah.
good. It's not a good way to do it. And they'll do the other way where
Here's the thing though. It's not terrible. It works, so they wouldn't keep doing it.
it does work, and they'll just any celebrity too. It's like, hey, I don't even fucking care. Like you're popular right now. We're just gonna put you on our commercial
Let's put
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey in a Lincoln.
in a Lincoln.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly,
Dude.
and
Hey.
it fucking works.
yeah.
And guess
What the fuck?
And then he made the Lincoln Lawyer movie.
Oh, yeah.
And now, like, I think of Matthew McConaughey every time I think of a Lincoln or see a Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's
There's
wild.
two things I think of when I think of a Lincoln. I think of Matthew McConaughey, and I think of the movie Donnie Brasco. Forget about it. It's like saying a Lincoln's better than a Cadillac. Forget about it.
Oh,
That's it. You never seen that? That movie's fuego.
Donnie Brasco. Who's having it?
Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've never
Johnny
seen that.
Depp with a terrible mustache. The whole
I've
movie.
never seen that.
It's a mob movie, dude. He plays an undercover cop, who like infiltrates the mob through Al Pacino. He and Al Pacino become like best buddies, and Paul Giamatti is in it for a second. It's like his first thing I've ever seen him in, and he's like, he's another cop, and he's talking to Johnny Depp, and he's like, "So, what's forget about it?"
Huh.
Let's forget about it. And then he like explains it to him. It's pretty funny.
What movie did you see today?
I took my son to see Secret Life of Pets 2.
Ooh, how was it?
By the way,
Better than the first.
I don't know. Here's the problem. You ready for the problem?
Yeah.
In the first movie, the main character's voice is Louis C.K. Now, obviously, in the second movie, it is not Louis C.K. They changed the actor's voice.
Is that because he masturbated in front of women?
Wait, I was gonna say
That's it? That's why?
That's why.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you know his career. They like took his career over.
Yeah, Me Too.
Which is nuts, though.
Me Too can do that to you.
Hey, I listened to he. So here's how stupid the internet. I hate the internet.
Oh, I hate it.
I mean, there's some
It's
things
awful.
I love about it, but
Pros and cons, but lots of cons.
Most cons.
you can't get a clear picture of what's going on in the world by looking at the internet.
No,
the
you
internet's
can't.
full of shit.
That's why I don't go
Because
for that.
I was under the impression that everyone in the world hates Louis C.K. now, and that like he tried to show up and do stand up and got booed off stage, and no one wanted to see it. No. He murdered. He killed. He brought the house down.
Really?
Everyone was in an uproar of laughter from start to finish. I listened to it. It's on YouTube. Somebody
He's
leaked it.
so funny.
And it is hilarious. He
He's so
talks
funny.
about the scandal and everything.
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't shy away from it. Like, it's really good. It's really good. And he gives you some perspective a little bit into like, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm fucked up, dude. Like, you know, a lot of people are. So, yeah. Did you hear Sarah Silverman was on Howard Stern? And she's like, Louis used to masturbate in front of me all the time.
Really?
Yeah. But she was saying like he had permission to.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I wasn't surprised when I heard about it because we used to do that kind of stuff. Like comedians let their freak flags fly all the time. And then one of the people who, you know, had made accusations against him got on Twitter and was like, fuck you, Sarah Silverman. And they got into a big thing where Sarah Silverman was like, look, I'm sorry. I know I'm not trying to discredit what you're saying. Like the problem with what happened with you and Louis is that there was an exchange of power that made it inappropriate. She's like, but many people are upset that he masturbated in front of women, which is not inherently an awful thing because like when he did it with me, he had permission. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty relevant to the conversation.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of weird though. I can't imagine just pulling out my dick in front of somebody and just wanking it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've never been in a situation where that would have seemed that appropriate, but
or even allowed.
yeah, but I don't know. I've been to parties where I've seen people do pretty gnarly things, you know.
Has anybody ever whipped out their dick and started baiting in front of somebody?
No, but I've seen people get blowjob at a party.
Oh, man. Yeah. I have never been to these type of parties before in my life.
Yeah,
have you ever been to a strip club?
What?
Have you ever been to a strip club?
No.
I have not either, and there's a couple of reasons why. First of all, I'm an awkward motherfucker. Like, I would be that guy analyzing, going, that's weird. There's like 50 dudes in one room. And there's like a lot of boners going on right now. And then there's like these women that's what they get paid to do, basically. But all these guys I'm looking at, they all have hard-ons and they're like Rets to fuck. And I'm like,
it's pretty interesting.
I'm in the same room as dudes that want to fuck right now. And they all have boners. That's weird. And that like it just instantly makes me want to leave.
Like the DJ at a strip club will like comment about that kind of stuff.
The weird.
DJ will be like, hey, it's only 2-for-1 lap dances. Come get your little wiener rubbed on. You know, like goofy.
God.
Oh yeah, it's really awkward.
Man,
weird.
yeah. See, I couldn't do that.
Strip clubs are weird, man.
I couldn't. I would not like. I don't think that any woman would even come up to me because they'd be like, "Yeah, that's an awkward fuck right there. Like that's an awkward dude. Like I don't even want to go near that guy. He's just gonna analyze everything."
No, their job is to talk to the awkward fucks, man. That's what they do. Yeah. Their job is to go talk to the awkward fuck, figure out why the awkward fuck feels so awkward, try and disarm them a little bit, make them feel comfortable, make them feel at home, get them talking, get them in a conversation. Like that's 90%
so I can get my little wiener rubbed.
No, that's the thing. So that's what's interesting about a strip club is that's only the surface of it. Is like there's hot naked chicks everywhere, and maybe you can get a lap dance. Although in Utah, there's like only one club where you can get a lap dance. Most of them are just like dancers on a stage. But anyway, like, yeah, no, it's more about the interaction. A lot of dudes that go to strip clubs are lonely. You know, they maybe have like a relationship that's awkward. They don't talk to their wife, you know, and they're really just going because that's a lot cheaper than therapy for a lot of them. Plus there's the added benefit of like, there's a naked chick, you know, or a hot chick talking to them. Yeah.
I can't imagine being in that situation, to be honest.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm that weird guy that's never been to a strip club, I guess.
You live in a country where there's a loneliness epidemic. People are incredibly lonely, dude. So like strip clubs, massage parlors, these places where people go, and it's not just men that go to these places. It's men and women.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You've never been.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually don't ever plan on going to one, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't
Like,
have any plans.
well, and it's not because I'm
going to one
against
this
them.
weekend.
Oh, you
I'm
are?
going to a bachelor party.
Like, I'm not against them. Not one bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just don't ever plan on, like, it's not something that I've ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
It just doesn't tickle my fancy.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm single, so like
There you go.
I enjoy every once in a while going to a strip club or yeah. Although I try not to go much in Utah, in part because some of the models I work with are strippers, and I just don't want to create like an awkwardness between me and them where it's like, yeah, I saw you at your stripper job, like stripping. Like I prefer to keep it like professional. Like, we just work together.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
yeah, but yeah, I'm going, like I've been to a couple bachelor parties, and strip clubs are cool. They're interesting. They're weird. The ones in Utah are very weird because most of them, they don't serve alcohol. So people are just stone cold sober. Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's super
So
weird,
weird.
man.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Sounds like Utah though.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. There was one that I used to go to like for like a half hour on my lunch break every a couple days a week, mainly because the owner was cool and I would just sit and talk to him. He was from Balboa Island, and he used to own like one of the first like regular like dance clubs I used to go to when I was 18 in California. And so we would just like talk about that kind of stuff. And my favorite thing about it was that most of the dancers were kind of ugly.
That's what you liked about it?
Yeah. Like there was like a vibe. It was like kind of like a divey place, and like I wasn't there to like get my rocks off. I was there to just like kind of enjoy this weird kind of divey atmosphere, you know? It felt like something out of like a movie. I don't know. But I enjoy, like, I am a connoisseur of weird things like that. Like I really like odd, kind of strangely picturesque things, you know?
Interesting.
Like the Nookie Nook.
Tell people about the Nookie Nook.
What the fuck is that?
Tell them, dude.
The Nookie Nook was, so my parents got divorced, and my dad moved to Orange County, my mom moved to Arizona, and I stayed behind in the house during the economic collapse of 2008 and beyond. And then I had Ryan and Big Sal move in, and we all lived there. One big happy family. And we had built a room onto that house when my grandpa was alive for him to live in. We built an addition on, and where the dining room would be, I basically turned, it was like the dining room connected from the kitchen and the living room on the other side. And then there's this little dining room, and then the door into Grandpa's room, which was my room at this point.
It was a dining room, and then there was a door where they're connected to a room.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I turned the dining room into what I called the Nookie Nook, which was just like this like weird, there were like paintings that I had done everywhere, and like these nasty like bamboo curtain, like fake plastic bamboo curtains that I had found. It was mostly stuff I'd found I had a weird job, like cleaning up and maintaining repoed homes during the economic collapse.
Okay.
And in some of these homes, the policy was like, you can take whatever you find, you know, no one's coming back for it. The home's been repossessed. You know, there were certain things that the companies wanted to keep, but they didn't always know about those things, you know, but yeah, like our couches were from that, like a lot of the stuff in the Nookie Nook. So anyway, it was this weird, like sort of museum of odd knickknacks and shit.
Interesting.
And
what could you like explain it as? It's like it looked like
it's like a lounge, kind of like a shitty lounge,
like a shitty hippie lounge.
Yeah, totally a shitty hippie lounge.
Yeah,
I had like a record player in there, and I'd put records on.
You had like Christmas lights streamed up to the top, and like all the open doorways were like closed off with curtains.
Yeah,
interesting.
It looked like if Juno was a dude. That's like the room she would have put together, I think.
Yeah, and at one point, I think it was me that just lit incense.
Wow.
Yeah.
You an incense guy?
No,
but it went with the vibe of the Nookie Nook for sure.
I came across some when I was out and about, and I'm like, yeah.
Isn't it bonkers that I didn't smoke weed back then?
Yeah.
Like that room was a total stoner room.
It was. Yeah.
I've been in many a room like that since I started smoking weed, like mainly at weed dealers' houses.
Yeah.
I've been in some sketch rooms.
Yeah.
When smoking.
Yeah. Legitimately, I thought that room would be like a pretty dope, like get girls lounge to have them hang out.
That's the
why
intention.
It was called the Nookie Nook.
That was the intention.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the only girl that ever made out in it was my sister to your brother with your brother.
That's awkward.
Yeah, super awkward. Yeah, maybe Ryan and Maggie. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Maggie was always creeped out by the Nookie Nook, I think.
She was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was.
I think most women were creeped out by the Nookie Nook.
Not my brother, though.
No, John loved the Nookie Nook for sure.
It's probably because he got some Nookie Nook.
That's funny, for sure. I had like record like sleeves like stapled up on the wall and stuff. Like,
did you have to take that room apart when you moved out?
Yeah, must have. Yeah.
Man.
Some of that stuff I still had until really recently. I went through all my shit in storage and started just like trashing stuff that's like, I'm like, why do I still have this? My Book of Mormon. And there you go. Wah, wah. Yeah. But I kept my hymn book.
Really?
Yeah, some of those hymns are pretty lit.
No.
Come on. How Firm a Foundation? No, I'm just kidding. That song's terrible. What's
that
the
sounds
one?
That sounds sexual.
Come thou fount of every blessing. That's a song.
That also sounds sexual.
It does. Especially if you spell it a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There you go.
A fount. I never have thought of that as a phallic thing until this moment. But
there you go. Leave it to me.
Speaking of.
There you go.
You guys ever call into your internet service provider?
Oh.
There are two.
That's all I had to say.
There are two people in the world, two entities in the world that just bring every ounce of rage out of me, and it's my internet service provider and my phone service provider, Verizon Wireless. I'm calling you motherfuckers out. Worst
That's
customer
You'll
service
be answered
on
by
the
a robot. So
the only customer service I've dealt with that's worse than Verizon is any of like the financial applications. Yeah, it's non-existent. Like if you need customer service from PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, like their customer service is designed to just basically give you the runaround. It's like you get a recording that's like, hey, you actually need to call this number, and then you call that number, and it's like, you should probably just get on the website and file a complaint, and then you get on the website and there's no link, and it's like,
it's awful.
You're just in a runaround. Yeah,
I've had to deal with PayPal before.
Yeah,
really,
it's bad.
Yeah, I think I called someone at PayPal a miserable cunt, and I don't, you know what I mean. Usually, if I say the C word, it's in a joking way, and I was not joking.
Ooh,
yeah.
Do you deal with your phones, or not phone, but your internet provider often?
Not often, but my favorite part about it is like when you call them or you chat on their chat service, and you're like, hey, my internet's slow, and they're like, did you do a speed test? And I'm like, yeah, I did a fucking speed test.
Yeah.
And they're like, did you do our speed test?
This face.
God.
Hey, I'm not going to use your speed test because I know you fucking built it.
Yeah.
Why would I use your speed test?
Like, net neutrality is dead, so you can literally lie now with your speed test and tell me whatever you want to tell me.
Awful.
No, I'm going to use 3 speed tests that are not your speed tests, and I'm going to take the average, and that's my speed.
Yep.
You don't tell me what my speed is because you're providing the speed.
Yeah.
It's true.
Get out of here.
Quit
Very
throttling
true.
me, bitch.
Yeah.
Also, if you have Comcast, they do not advertise your upload speed. I know that's not important to most people, but
Oh, I had the max upload when I had Comcast.
upload speed is when you are uploading files to like Google Drive or you're trying to send something
And
to
most
somebody.
of theirs are terrible. It's like 7 gigs.
They didn't even. I'm an idiot and I didn't look. But when I first signed up, they don't even advertise the upload speed.
Yeah, you have to specifically talk to them about it.
It's a scam. It's a scam, dude.
Yeah.
I had Comcast for like literally 2 days, and then I canceled.
Really?
Yeah, I was done.
2 days?
Well, because what happened was they said that they weren't going to even deliver my shit, like my was it the modem or something? I can't remember what the fuck it was. They said they weren't going to deliver it for about a month.
Whoa, why?
Because I live all the way out there.
Oh.
So they said that it's going to be a while before they even get to me. And I said, then why did you let me sign up with you? You know that if I want internet, I want it now. Why the hell would why would I move into my house and wait a month to get Wi-Fi? Who would ever do that? So I actually went with this dude, some cool Mormon dude, who is just him.
What?
Yeah, it's just him. And he just goes and services everybody's fucking houses around Saratoga, all the way to Lehigh, all the way to Orem.
What?
Yeah, he's awesome. It's just one dude, and I pay $50 a month for. It's quite a bit, actually. I think it's like it's 100. Ooh, I don't remember what it is. It's not a gig though, but it's not a bad.
It's enough.
It's enough. It works. It's $50, and he's cool. Like I call him. I'll call him. Hey, dude, my shit's not working. Oh, that's because I'm working on it real quick. Like, I'm literally fixing some shit. Like, sorry, your shit's going to be down. Sorry, I didn't tell you. I'm like, okay, no worries. It's really cool, though.
That's
like,
kind of cool.
Yeah, because it's like, it's easy. Because, hey, my shit's not working. I'm going to call you. Yeah. And you're going to figure this out.
Yeah.
So
I think Comcast had a contract with the builder.
Mm-hmm.
And so they didn't allow anybody else to like pre-wire this whole community.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're monopolized in this entire community.
Yep.
It's fraudulent in my opinion.
Yep. For sure. I actually wanted Xfinity, but they weren't even in my area.
Really?
They said, they're like, we're not even sure when we'll even get to that area. Could be a year.
Dude, where do you live?
Dude, it's literally like, it's past the golf course. Have you been to the golf
I
course?
don't even know where the golf course is.
Okay. It's far.
So you're driving on Redwood
And just take it all the way down.
all the way as far as it goes?
No. Because that will lap around the lake.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, that will go all the way down to Santaquin.
Didn't know that.
It goes all the way down to Santaquin. It's actually a decent drive. Like, if you just want to go on a Sunday drive and you just want to fucking haul ass down like 90, 100 miles an hour down a street that no one's on, go for it. Yeah. Just go take it all the way down, dude. Wrap all the way down to Santaquin. That's far as shit.
Yeah.
So it took me, so this is how far it goes down. So from my house, it took me, I think, about 35 minutes, 45 minutes to get down to Santaquin. And I got to curve all the way up, come back around the lake to get to my house. So it was a long drive. But yeah.
Because you live in BFE.
Hold on. Butt fuck.
Egypt. I don't know. My dad used to say it.
He said butt fuck Egypt?
He would just say BFE.
Oh. Okay.
But I knew what he meant.
Oh, there you go. I pretty much, no.
It's probably a pretty racist thing to say.
Why? Because Egyptians butt fuck a lot?
I didn't say that. Is that what you're saying?
No, is that a thing?
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either.
I didn't know that Egyptians are
butt fuckers.
big into butt sex.
I have no idea. I mean, I guess maybe one day we'll find out.
Brian's face. Brian's just like, I want to be able to share this with my mom, guys.
Not anymore. You fucked it up.
I'll show it to my mom. I have no shame. She'll
Really?
I would show her in a heartbeat. She wouldn't listen. She'd like stop listening after a little while because she couldn't handle the profanity. But
Yeah.
no, my family has no illusions about who I am or what I'm about
That's good.
My little sister the other day. So I have my photography Instagram where I post all my photos, and there's some pretty risque stuff in there. And my little sister texted like our group text and was like, "So I was gonna be offended that you didn't invite me to follow your Instagram page, but I'm not."
There you go.
And I was like, "Oh yeah." But you know what? Here's the thing. So I don't know if this is like this is just something that I feel like is a part of my like mental health, like being really confident in myself.
Journey.
I hate just calling things a journey.
Me too. I hate it.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid calling it a journey, but you know, it is a very applicable
like,
word.
yeah, it's like, what else are you gonna say?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
mission.
I
This
mean, that is essentially what it is. But yeah, well, I think that I need to do things that I know my parents or my church leaders growing up would just be mortified by, but that I can feel proud of, you know, within a certain level of reason. Because I still have a tendency towards feeling shame about things I don't need to feel shame about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I try and do things like, yeah, I'll do a lingerie shoot with somebody and not think twice about it, you know?
Mm.
And I know, like, my mom knows I do that kind of stuff, I think. But if she saw the pictures, it would be a whole different thing. She'd probably freak the fuck out. But I would be like, well, I don't know. I like them. I'm proud of it. You know, I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I said to my sister. And she was like, no, you totally should be proud of them. She's like, I just feel awkward, like, seeing them. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. They're not crazy or anything. It's not like shooting people with, like, strap-ons on or anything.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
Yeah,
It's not
Ryan's
crazy.
seen them. It's nothing nuts. It's like, you know,
There you go.
just, yeah.
You guys watch The Bachelorette?
I do not.
You should.
I don't know if I could.
Nah, dog.
You should.
No, what?
I
You
don't
should.
like.
Why?
This doesn't grind my gears. It's something that I love.
So
You love The Bachelorette.
Dude,
I've heard that you like it.
the Bachelor franchise is
Why?
I can't. I don't
Like,
get it.
To me, it's trash TV, but like
it's trash
but-
TV.
and,
I like
and that's
some
why
trash
everybody
TV,
loves
though.
it. Though I don't like any trash TV.
I
Actually,
really enjoyed that. What's that one where they meet and immediately get married?
90 Day Fiance.
get the fuck
What?
out.
90 Day Fiance.
No. They literally get married right away.
It's one of those types
I used
of
to
shows.
watch it with Mike and Jara.
Yeah,
Anderson.
Maggie watches all those shows.
Man,
Get
that
the
show
fuck out.
was amazing because
It's
it
all
was so-
fake.
I don't even care, bro.
That's the thing with all the shit. It's so fucking fake. It's so edited, and once you figure it out how edited it is, it just becomes no longer. It's not
But I
even
wanna
TV.
know.
It's not even TV. To me.
Wait. So you're telling me in a world? Wait, did you grow up watching like wrestling or?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as
No.
watching wrestling.
it's worse.
It's worse as far as like how much they're trying to pass it off as real and how dumb people are for believing it's real.
Yes.
But the type of entertainment is the same.
Yeah, but I don't enjoy wrestling.
Oh, I'm
can't
not
do
like a
wrestling.
diehard fan, but man, if I go
can't do
somewhere
it.
and it's on, I enjoy this.
I can't do it. But
The
like,
next time the Bachelorette or Bachelor, it's already like deep into the season of Bachelorette, but you should just give it a shot.
I'll watch it.
I know
Like,
the
I mean,
format because I watched The Littlest Bachelor because there was a girl on it that I knew.
Oh,
Yeah, there was
I mean,
this
it's-
girl that used to come to like LDS young single adult activities when I was like 19, 20 or something like that. And she had been on The Littlest Bachelor. Her name was Jenny.
is this like a dwarf?
Yeah, she was a little person, but I
little
don't think a dwarf. She was a different kind of little person.
Just
But she had a huge crush on Nate Koalas, as I recall. And she had a lifted Toyota Tacoma that like she hit a little button and the door would pop open and her little steps would come out and she'd climb up the steps. And
there you go.
she had these like extended pedals and everything. And she was a baller.
There you go.
She was a baller.
They've just nailed down the format.
Yeah.
I'll have to
It's-
watch it. Like,
It's such what's the word?
But I won't enjoy it. I'll tell you that.
It's so yeah, that's fine.
I'll probably enjoy it.
It's
I enjoy
such
most
an
things.
unnatural thing
Yeah.
for one person to date 25 people at the same time while being filmed.
Unless you're a polygamist.
It's like, yeah, it's the perfect recipe for just disaster.
Yeah,
and
it
it
is.
happens every season.
Yeah, I remember we
and
used
it's
to
amazing.
watch like
Yeah.
Rock of Love at Nick's house
Yeah.
back in the day. Man, that was fun.
No, it makes for good TV. Like, it really does. But, like, I don't know. So,
I've been on reality TV, and I know how much bullshit it is.
wait, you've been on reality TV?
Yeah, dude. I was on America's Got Talent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And so I know how much it's just
Edited?
produced.
And
Most of almost nothing you say on that show is your own. It's like a lot of it's their job isn't to produce anything real. Their job is to make an entertaining show.
Yeah, of course.
By any means necessary. And that's the same, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like all the
of
stuff
it.
you see, it's all
All
made
of
up.
that shit.
And like you can tell it's made up when you watch it. It's not like hard to spot.
No.
It's like you can tell they're acting.
Yep.
They're like they've set up a scenario and now they have to play out the scenario.
Yep.
Nobody has ever lived their lives the way people portray their lives as being lived on these shows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to, if you're going to approach it, I think you have to approach it from like the standpoint of like, this is just any other kind of entertainment. This isn't me looking like people that try to model their lives. This drives me nuts. I see this a lot on Instagram of like girls posting like, some little clip of Kourtney Kardashian and whoever her baby daddy is. And it's just like goals to be like these people. And I'm just like, first of all,
Ugh.
maybe it's a goal to be how they are in their actual lives. Maybe.
What's that?
We don't know, though, is the thing. So you're basically saying that your goal is to be the way they are on reality TV? Fuck no. They're a piece of shit on that show. I've seen that show.
I don't even know why anybody would even watch that show.
The whole reason to watch that show is because everyone's a piece of shit on the show. That's why Jersey Shore is successful. I love Jersey Shore, dude.
It's sad that
Jersey
those
Shore's
things...
amazing.
What the
It's
fuck?
amazing.
It's amazing.
I find
First
it
of
sad
all-
that those things were even successful.
Dude, first of all,
Because
I
y'all
don't know how
motherfuckers
you
are watching
grew
them.
up- I don't know how you grew up in Moreno Valley and you're not entertained by Jersey Shore.
No,
You're basically watching the East Coast version of Moreno Valley.
I had enough of Moreno Valley. Why do you think I moved?
Well, same, but I
don't wanna
like
watch
to
it on
look back
TV.
and laugh at the kind of like
No way.
It's really it's humor for me. It's really
yeah,
funny.
same. It's so
See, but-
funny.
So
But
funny.
maybe it's because I think I take these things too serious.
Maybe that's what it is.
What it is, and it's like people are doing these things.
Like okay,
It's awful.
I see these on Snapchat all the time. They show up in my like. Yeah, I know you guys don't snap that much, but
Nope. Only if I'm
now you
really
can
drunk.
watch like clips from shows. Sometimes on Snap, and there's this show with Snooki
Oh no.
where people come in and they get to choose a tattoo to put on each other, but they don't know what they're being tattooed with until it's already on them. And the whole idea is to like outdo the other person at how fucked up a tattoo you can put on them. Yeah. And it is amazing. It's amazing. These
See,
people,
I couldn't watch that.
dude,
I'd be
it is
pissed.
stressful.
You don't like
It's-
reality TV, do you?
No, I don't. I hate all reality TV.
I can't,
'Cause it's not
I
reality.
can't watch whole shows almost ever, but I can sit down and watch about 5 minutes on Snapchat. And that's like, I get my fill of reality TV, but it's like stuff like that where it's like they show just the snip. It's like watching Sports Center highlights of reality TV. It's like the soup.
Oh, awful.
There's something about reality TV that really just hooks people in.
Yeah.
It's just reality TV in general. And
Well, we knew it was, did you ever read Fahrenheit 451 in high school?
yeah, but I don't remember it.
So I didn't read in high school, but when I was an adult, because I hated reading,
Yeah.
but when I was an adult, I decided to go back and read all the classics that I had missed in high school. And that one was one that really stood out to me. And they totally called reality TV in that book.
Really?
Yeah. So in that book, the main characters, you're kind of getting a glimpse into the everyday lives of people. And it's like their entire walls in their houses are TVs. And constantly being broadcast on the TV is like actual real shit that's going on in other spaces, and like you're actually interacting with the people who are on your screen and stuff. It's like really, yeah, it's gnarly. And like, how big are TVs now?
Yeah.
Like the biggest TVs right now, I think that I saw last time I was at a Walmart are, I think, like 80 inches or something.
Yep.
That's massive, dude.
It's huge.
That's massive. Granted, I want one.
Yep.
I want an 80-inch TV. Of course I want an 80-inch TV.
Who doesn't?
8K. So yeah, there's like commercials for an 8K TV now.
Yep. Reality TV is on YouTube too. It's like these family vloggers with over 1 million subscribers.
My sister's friend is one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's reality TV.
Yeah.
And people follow along and they eat it up, dude.
Dude, my nephews and my best friend's kids, like they watch kids on YouTube playing video games.
Yep.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
And it's not to learn how to play the games themselves either. It's just they're entertained by it.
Yep.
It's like us watching sports.
It's wild.
It makes no sense to my brain.
Yeah.
I see him watching and I'm like, you're entertained by this? But I also think like my buddy was watching lacrosse earlier. And I was like, I'm not getting any enjoyment out of watching this.
Lacrosse.
Not even 1 ounce of enjoyment.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was really loving it. But he played lacrosse. He has some skin in the game, so to speak.
Yeah, man.
To me, that's just like watching paint dry. But I love soccer. I'll watch Premier League on TV.
Davey and I were talking about this earlier. It's, I think it's, especially with sports, it's like, how do I explain this? For me, I can't watch soccer. I don't, and I think soccer is terrible. But I think it's because I just don't understand soccer.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for people who hate baseball. People just don't understand the sport. So you can't be.
I don't know, because I have a pretty minimal understanding of most sports, in all sports. Like, I mean, I have a functional understanding. I know what's happening in the game when I watch baseball or basketball or soccer. But it's not like, you watch basketball with Joe Mitchell.
Yeah.
And you're like, he says things before the announcers say them. And you're like, how did you know that? And he's like, well, that's the lay of the game kind of thing. Dude, like, I can't do that in any sport.
Really?
Yeah. No sport. You could probably do that in baseball.
Yeah.
I can do it in football sometimes.
Yeah. And, but I can still enjoy most sports.
Yeah,
For me, the reason I couldn't enjoy lacrosse is because it's just a stupid sport. No, I'm just kidding.
I know nothing about lacrosse.
The only thing I know about it is it was invented by like the Native Americans and French people, like hanging out together. And I think their version was better because like it was pretty brutal apparently, and I think people died playing it pretty often.
What?
Yeah.
What about synchronized swimming?
I mean, I liked it in that Red Hot Chili Peppers video. Aeroplane.
You
ever see that?
People listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Boom. Roasted.
Boy, roast.
Yeah. I do, man. That album. I like 2 of their albums a lot. I like that Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. That's the one with like give it away, give it away, give it away now. It's like kind of raw. And then the one right after that, I always forget the name of it, but it's the one with like Aeroplane, and yeah, it was before the Californication, like before they became like super pop dudes.
There you go.
But yeah, I dig them. I do. But it's not like I'm passionate about them. If they were coming through town, I probably wouldn't go unless someone gave me a ticket.
I still wouldn't go. I'd probably throw it away.
There's very few shows I wouldn't go see for free.
Really? For free?
Yeah.
There's a lot I wouldn't see.
Yeah.
You have to drag me to a show these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, not if it's a big show, you wouldn't have to drag me.
Like
if I had a ticket.
Anybody on the radio, even for free.
Really?
There's no way.
Dude, I would see any like Taylor Swift. I'll see Taylor Swift, Miley
God,
Cyrus.
no. Nope.
I'd go to any of those shows.
I'm not down to see a fake show, really.
It's fun.
Or an entertainment session.
See, I like
That's the thing.
entertainment.
It's like we're not even looking at music anymore. We are looking
For sure,
at
it's a spectacle.
We are looking at entertainment, like the dance, the lights, the other dancers. Like we're not there for music now.
For sure.
we've taken that out of the equation.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that makes it bad. I just think it makes it something else.
Yeah, but that's not something I would like to attend, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
Is that something else? Like, if it has to do with music, I want to be there for some music.
Yeah, for sure. I get that. Because, like, to me, like, an ideal setting to see a show of, like, a band I really like would be to go to, like, the Greek Theater or, like, Velour, or somewhere small, intimate, where I can, like, really vibe with the music. But I would, like, I went and saw Backstreet Boys with my little sister when I was in high school, and it was fun as fuck. Dude.
I heard 98 Degrees is coming. They're coming.
Yeah.
They're coming to Utah.
Are you going to go? Probably
God,
not.
no.
I would totally go to that.
I like how the fuck did they come up with that name?
98 Degrees?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it has to do with...
I was thinking about this earlier, and I was like...
Temperature of your body.
Yeah, I was thinking they're like, guys, we're all really close. Like, what's the temperature of your all... What's the temperature of your heart?
If we were all in a room together...
98 degrees.
If we all huddled up in a sleeping bag together and were sweating on each other,
mm-hmm.
what would be the temperature in that sleeping
98
bag?
degrees.
That's right.
I want to know your heart's temperature. Tell me.
It's too much to go to a live show, man. There's too many people. It's the parking.
Your back hurts.
My back. Did I tell you that before?
No, but I'm old, so I know how it feels.
I gotta do them stretches at the
my back kills me. I think it's because of my flat feet too.
Oh, you got them flat feet?
I got flat feet. Yeah.
I think it's because you sit at a desk all day.
Probably.
That's why my back hurts.
Yeah.
I would like to get out of the art game, to be honest, the digital art game, just to get a job that keeps me standing up more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go do like landscape.
Yeah, I want one that pays good though.
Hmm.
I'm not like in a rush. Like, I've put in a lot of work to get my career going, so I'm like gonna keep doing it for a while. But I think that's one of the reasons why movie making is so appealing to me.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's physically engaging as much as it is mentally engaging.
Yeah.
So,
word.
There you go.
Yeah.
Should we wrap this shit?
Let's do it, bro.
All right, bros.
This was not that angry of an Angry Dad's podcast.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
That's okay.
Good.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's a little ranty.
A little ranty.
We had some ranty moments.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
we learned
I did.
some things. We've all grown.
You know, I had some things written down, then I went to go look at them today. I'm like, they're probably not all really appropriate, so I'm not going to. So next time I'll be more prepared. So
yeah, my only
fucking
one.
Do this.
I was gonna complain that that titles on Pornhub should have spoiler alert at the beginning.
Okay, last rant before. Wait.
Yeah, well, because it's like, you know, the title will be like massive cum explosion or something like that, and I'm like, well, now I know how it ends. Like,
oh, so it's a spoiler alert. Okay.
Like, no point in watching it now. I know how it ends.
Oh, see,
I want to be surprised.
Last rant before.
There needs to be some SEO value. That's why.
I guess.
I think that's why.
There you go. I mean,
it's not coming up in a Google search.
Here's the thing. Or not here's the thing, but this is the last thing that has ever pissed me off here on this podcast. Okay, not ever, but here we go. Have you guys ever looked at porn and have been caught looking at porn?
Oh, yeah.
Like dick in hand.
Oh, yeah. Dude. Okay, this is a funny story.
They're all funny.
I probably should not tell this, but I'm going to anyway. So a while back, my friend Jeremy decided to do me a favor and let me live with him. I was paying him rent, but like an insanely cheap amount of rent. And like we both knew he was doing me a favor. And I was also incredibly depressed at the time. This is before I started losing weight. And I was just, I just was not in a good space. And I was like watching porn every day. I was just kind of like doing my thing. And I had bought a cheap like VR headset and I was watching a virtual reality porn. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. Yeah. And
what do you do on that?
You just, it's a headset. You just do your thing like you would normally do it, but it's more immersive than like watching your computer screen. I know. Yeah. It's terribly sad is what it is. Like,
all right.
It's definitely a hallmark of where I was at in my life. But the funny thing that happened is that my door didn't quite lock into closed position. And Jeremy came home from work, and when he shut the front door, the pressure change in the house shoved my door open, and I'm like sitting there with this fucking headset on, just like jerking off, and he just like apparently witnessed it. And all of a sudden I heard like his bedroom door shut, like slam shut, and I'm like, oh shit. And I realized it's how when I shut my door, and then I came out into the house later, and he didn't. I was like, is he gonna say something? And he totally did. He was just like, so what was that on your head, dude?
Oh my God, which head was he talking about?
A gentleman never tells.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
Yeah. Worst in the world, I will say. Getting caught, it's just not. It's never a fun thing. It pisses me off. It's not fun. It's not good. It's not like you have to justify yourself and everything. If it's your wife, it's not fun. It's like it's not a good conversation. That's all. It's awkward. It's what? No, I was not. What was that then? I don't know. Pull it back up. What? I'm not gonna pull that back up. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not good.
You know what I realized though is that most of the world masturbates and looks at porn. Like almost everybody.
I would say probably 96% of the world.
Yeah, I think that's a moderate estimate. Like everyone's into porn, dude, and masturbating. Like women, men, like everyone does it. So it's funny to me that we're so taboo about it.
I think it probably saves a lot of marriages.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Most people are not on the same page sexually with their partner.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can kind of like equalize that by hopping on your computer for a 20-minute, romp.
Yeah.
Like that's great. That's a great thing. The problem with porn is that society does not have a healthy relationship with it. And because society doesn't have a healthy, at least that's my view of it, is because society doesn't have a healthy relationship with it, it becomes geared towards and made towards the fringes of society who engage more actively with it. And therefore the stuff that gets put out becomes more and more like gross, perverted, not like the kind of stuff that might actually be good for people to view and be stimulated in like a healthy way.
Yeah.
That's my thought. Like I always think there's like, what's that? Porn is the new drug or whatever, fight the new drug.
Oh God.
I think that shit is so stupid.
Yeah.
Weird. It's weird.
But I also think that there's something to be said about people having unhealthy relationships with porn. And especially in a place like Utah where, society is very sexually repressed in a lot of parts of the state.
Utah has a huge problem with porn. It's insane.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, so the guy that I was talking about earlier about not being able to go to the gym, this guy, I saw the same guy wearing a shirt that says "Porn kills love."
Yeah, that's the same company or the same organization.
What?
Yeah,
porn does not kill love, bruh.
No. Yeah,
like,
that's what's
there's
so funny.
No way. And then I told him, take off that fucking shirt. You look like an idiot. And he goes, no. And I'm like, what's wrong? So take it
I
off.
have something to say about that shit, dude, because I those shirts make me so fucking mad. Those shirts are a scapegoat, okay? I'm sorry, ladies, but if you think that your relationship is being killed by porn, look at your relationship. You are killing your relationship. And the fact that you and your husband aren't communicating or fucking each other on a regular basis or whatever is what's killing your relationship. And porn is a symptom of, the viewing of porn maybe excessively or whatever's going on is a symptom of the failures of you and your partner in your relationship. So take a look in the goddamn mirror.
Yep.
Stop organizing rallies to get people to stop looking at porn. Like people will look at porn forever. Porn will never stop being made. People will make their own.
Yep.
People have been drawing porn on caves since people could pick up a berry and make a paintbrush. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude, like just get used to it. Stop trying to fight.
Yep.
Stop trying to paint a scarlet letter on everything.
Yeah.
Same with masturbation as well. Just like without porn,
Yeah.
just like masturbation, like because there's a time and place for a man or a woman.
Yep.
They will do it when they want to do it. And if you're not there, they will do it.
Yeah.
And that does not make you a bad person.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
Yeah. Well, what's ironic about it is when you shame people over it, it tends to create a problem of hypersexualization in people.
It makes it worse.
You impact them to be more the way you're trying to make them not be.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's like a really common thing that happens.
Yep.
And it's a big mess.
It's a huge mess. Literally, it can be a big mess. Like with jizz.
Yeah,
like, it
you
could
can
be bad.
end up like with the air pressure changing in your apartment, and all of a sudden you have a friend that sees you in an awkward, compromising
or
position.
You could,
That's a really funny story.
That is a funny story, actually. Or you could have wet dreams. Whoa, what's worse than wet dreams? Almost nothing.
This is okay. This is what's
we were supposed to wrap this up, but sorry, I apologize.
This is interesting stuff to me. Wet dreams reminds me of something. So like, this is how stupid our kind of repressed culture is. When I was going through puberty, I was having wet dreams for like a year, fully believing that I somehow had started peeing the bed again.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that
and
sucks.
No adult in my life
told you what it was.
Told me what was going on until I finally went through like the middle school sex ed, and they started explaining wet dreams, and like it clicked. I was furious, dude. I like yelled at my parents for not telling me.
Wait,
because they knew I was washing my sheets. You know what I mean? All the time.
Yeah.
Well, how did that conversation go?
I was like
you yell at them saying what though? Like, you motherfucker didn't tell me I jizzed at night because I wasn't masturbating. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Is that what?
No, I was like, I think I just yelled at my mom. Actually, we were like driving home from school, and I was like, so I learned what wet dreams are today. You know how I've been wetting the bed for the last year? You didn't think to tell me that this was like a normal thing? Like, I thought something was wrong with me this whole time.
And you're like, Mom, you just blew through a stop sign. What the hell? And she's just like,
that's right. She's like, we're getting home. Yeah. Getting out of this car. No, but the story goes that my mom had told my dad, like, you got to have the talk with your son. You got to have the talk. And my dad just was like, not going to do that ever, you know? So
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Parents won't tell children. Yeah. Because they just don't want to have that conversation.
It's changing.
Well, it's changed for sure.
My sister and her husband are so open with their kids.
That's as it should be.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. Because the thing is, like, they don't ever have to worry that their kid's going to get molested and not come forward if it happens.
Yeah.
Because they've been educated on what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been educated on not, what to do if they end up in a situation where they're vulnerable and how to avoid these types of things. No one ever had those conversations with our generation growing up. Like,
they didn't even want to. They had to use hand motions and things like that.
Yeah.
AJ Harper always tells a story about, like, I think it was like 6th grade sex ed class, in California. And the lady was, trying to tell them they're going to start growing hair in weird places and stuff. And she's like, so where are some places that you might start growing some hair? And I guess some kid raised his hand very politely. And she's like, mm-hmm. And he goes, your wiener!
Hell yes.
Yep.
That's a good one.
That kid's the MVP.
That kid's going somewhere.
Yep.
I hope he is somewhere now.
Yeah, I hope he's like the president of a company.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's great.
We'll leave it off with that one.
All right, bros.
It's been real.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
See ya.